Paris, we ended up staying in Paris for a while, 3 days. I'm not gonna lie.
Beautiful 3 days.
Paris, beautiful city. Derek has been on my and Tiana. So we tried to matriculate. You know, I would get in a little bonjour.
Let me explain something.
Merci beaucoup.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've watched my homie for damn near 20 years go full Julia Roberts on me. This motherfucker went full Eat, Pray, Love. At one point, he was like, look, I'm going to the Eiffel Tower. I don't need you saying about the line. I'm doing this experience for me. I want to see the world from up there today, Derek. I don't need you saying any wisecracks or being mad about standing in line. And if you don't like it, get the out. And that's exactly what I did. I left. I was like, you ain't going to eat, pray, love me. I just leave. I'll see you at the show tonight. I know you need a connection. I ain't never watched you go full Julia Roberts. Tried the accents out, bonjour, and I tried to ship it. I was like, good for Dave.
Let me tell you something.
I was proud of you.
Let me tell you something.
I was like, you better than me.
Because I remember at one point, we're ordering food, and we're like struggling with the menu, but we're champignons with the brioche and you know, trying to pronounce all this. And it was like they would go down the line. They take my order, they take Tiana's order, and she, can I have the right? And she tried, and then they get to Derek, and they be like, cheeseburger.
With the cheese fries. With cheese fries, cheddar.
And then he would look right at us. Nope, I'm not even going to try.
I'm not, because I know I sound terrible. Like they know I'm an American. They see it, they smell it, they knew. And I was like, as long as y'all know, cheeseburger, please. Cheese. And it was a delicious I had a bone to pick with you, motherfucker.
Go.
Anybody would never told that was like the food is terrible in London.
Yeah.
The food is terrible. The food was not terrible at all.
Yeah.
Except the chicken wings. We had some chicken wings the first night shortage. They were awful.
Yeah,
but other than that, I had a pizza that was gluten-free. It was the tastiest pizza.
The Italian food we had
was
on the last day
great.
in London.
It was great. At Rosella or wherever.
Rosella.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
It was delicious. I was like, what? The food is awesome.
Only thing that was not good was we tried some of your expensive cheese.
Oh, talk about this. That's
yeah. So, all right. I got to open up a little bit and let y'all know in our world. So, Tiana and I, we started a tradition in our dating where we crack a bottle of champagne once a month. We don't really drink, but once a month we will get a bottle of champagne just to celebrate what we've been doing for the month, any kind of progression. And we try to progress with the champagne to get higher and higher, you know what I mean? So France is where the champagne is. That right? Like, that's the place to go. It's actually not champagne if it doesn't come from France.
Absolutely.
Everything else is what? Sparkling wine or some shit like that?
There was a lot of wines in Paris. Right. I liked it, but go ahead.
So, boom, we drop into a store. We pick a bottle, you know, very nice bottle that the guy gave us with the, you know, it came in like a wooden casket, you know what I mean?
The wine at least good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Champagne was great.
Okay.
So, but we were like, he said it was strong, and he was like, you need to eat something with this. And our goal is usually we just get on the champagne and, you know, reminisce or whatever. But then they was like, yeah, man, you need to eat something. And I'm like, all right, what do you suggest I eat with it? Because I don't want to eat no trash. Try some of our delicious gourmet cheeses.
The cheese.
Okay, all right, I go to the cheese. So I don't want to nothing up.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about pairing these. So I take a picture of the champagne bottle and I carry it in the phone so that when I come across the cheese store, hey, this is the champagne I got. Give me a cheese that goes with this.
Go with the champagne.
Man. And I'm talking about, dude looked right at it. Now here's where my skepticism is bad, because I always feel like someone's fucking with me.
Okay.
I feel like they know I'm a tourist. They know I don't know what I'm talking about. And I get it. People don't really give a fuck about their job.
They don't.
You don't
Especially
give a
when you
fuck.
work at a stinky cheese
Right. You
mart.
don't care about some giant black
stinky
dude.
Cheese mart.
Yeah. Who's just walking in with his dumb Puerto Rican girlfriend, and they're all like, hey, I want to try some cheese. Get the fuck out of here, right?
So he did something. I like how he did it. He did like a thing. He did one of these.
Right. But the guy, he goes, this is the cheese that you want to try with this. It's really good, and it's got a little cap in it where, like, a little hole in the top of the cheese for you to pour the champagne in the cheese and let it soak in the cheese.
Wow.
I'm like, this guy's got to be fucking with me, right?
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. So, all right, fuck it. I buy the
some
cheese.
shit they do out there.
I buy the cheese. I buy the bread, and we got the cheese, and we got the champagne, and we crack it open on a Sunday. We're celebrating our time in Paris, and also huge happy birthday shout out to Lady T. Tomorrow is her actual birthday, so please, if you guys follow her on social media, make sure you drop a comment on whatever she's posting. That's right. It's the Toto's birthday, all right? So,
It's actually be a year from that video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to make another one. That shit had me laughing. Like, I laughed. Like, I keeled over laughing. I'm like,
so
this damn
bro,
girl.
we fucking open up this cheese.
All right.
And I mean, it immediately, the funk just took over the hotel room. You're just like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Right? But I get it. Cheese, it stinks. That's what it's supposed to do.
Cheese stinks
So
'cause it's moldy
I don't
milk.
want to stop there. I don't want to just let the smell deter me.
Absolutely.
So take a piece of the bread, smear it,
Get
smear
a
the
good
cheese
smear.
on the
All
bread,
right, all right.
and go ahead, give it a bite. And man, when I'm talking about straight to the back of your throat. Like that homely, like it smelled like goat. Like you ever been to a petting zoo?
It smelled like the zoo.
And you pet the animals, and then
And
the
then-
ladies are like,
Oh.
dude, oh, is that the cheese?
That shit like a brain.
Yeah.
That look like a brain. Like,
Right.
woo.
And it
That
was
looked like a booty hole.
yeah. And we are in the room dying laughing because it's like this shit is horrible.
Why don't you just get some brie? Brie and grapes. You could have some grapes with some brie and wine.
Because the man
The man said, the
this
nigga
one.
said, yeah, there's another shop about 2 clicks this way. If y'all get the fuck out of here and go that way.
The champagne dude was
I
cool.
was like-
the champagne dude was cool. It was the fact that like
The cheese
the
nigga was
cheese-
weird.
the guys at the cheese spot were like, only this cheese. No
Right.
other cheese, just this cheese.
Yeah.
And
No way.
they had a vibe of them. I ain't gonna lie
I
to
think
you.
they was fucking with y'all.
Right.
If we gonna fuck with
Because
them,
they
just tell them to
also,
get the nasty
dude
cheese.
gave me a vibe like Mr. Tumnus from the Witch Wardrobe
Lion Witch and
thing.
Wardrobe. Yeah,
you know,
the
the
goat
dude with the
nigga
scarf
leg-
and
goat
his
legs,
is goat.
weird.
Right. He gave me that kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And
He
maybe
was too nice.
maybe he was half goat and he knew like this nasty ass cheese. Cause that's the vibe. It gave me goat vibe, man.
Goat cheese.
Yeah, which that phrase, I don't know what the fuck goat cheese is, but
It's
I think
cheese
that's what
from
this
goats.
was, man.
They
This
take
shit.
the milk from a goat and make that the cheese.
See, the worst part of it was
Goat
not
milk.
eating it. It was like 2 minutes later when you like went and you took a deep breath and it was still in
Oh,
the back of your throat.
yeah.
It was like part of your breath.
Yeah.
It was
It was
gross.
in there, bro. It was in there. I don't understand how we got into cheese. I don't understand. Like, cheese, beers, anything fermented. The only thing I can think is motherfuckers was experiencing shit like The Revenant. You remember how, like, in The Revenant, when Leo DiCaprio got mauled by the bear,
Yeah.
was, like, in the woods for, like, months and
Yeah.
crawled back? I feel like that's what happened. Like, I went outside. I got fucked up. It took me a month to get back to the cabin. Oh, let me take a cold drink, and you realize, like, oh, this shit's been in the barrel fermenting the whole time. You know what I mean? But, I didn't die. You know what I mean? Like,
It was weird.
I feel like that's how they got into this shit.
Shout
man.
out to the Indian that saved Leo in that movie. You know what was so funny?
What?
Because in the movie, when Leo was ripped up by that bear, he was just trying to he was going through the motions. He was fucked up. Indian got him. He was like, your body's rotten. You need some help. And he had to do the prayer, and he had to put all kinds of weird shit in the wounds and shit like that. And it was probably something where it fermented and took out the fucking
Infection?
Yeah,
God
it had to do something to work the infection out. So
Yeah.
whatever.
So once we tried the cheese and that was nasty, we also tried the other thing that he said where we poured champagne
And that was
on the
doubly
cheese
nasty, wasn't it?
And let it soak, and that did not help at all.
Damn.
Well,
Well, that's what you learn. You know, you learn things and you move on. And you know, I went shit. I had I didn't do nothing. I had French toast in France.
Yeah.
Turns out it's a dessert. It's not breakfast. America's fucked up. It's supposed to go at the end, not at the beginning.
Yeah.
France
candy
is
for
like, yo, this
breakfast?
shit is sweet enough to
Right.
be an actual dessert.
Yeah.
And on the thing, at the end of the menu, French toast.
Yeah.
You be like, oh shit, it's
Yeah.
an actual dessert.
It's a dessert.
Yeah.
It is a dessert, and we just be over here wilding with our Fruity Pebbles and our goofy shit, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, shout out to France. Great fucking time.
I'm glad everybody.
No personal space.
I got my picture, but you went up to the thing.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Explain. Okay, so what happened? And I'll be honest with you. I got a little frustrated
Because before I got in line, I saw that there was steps and people was going down, and then there was an elevator that went up. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I don't understand where it's going, and I don't know where the fuck these people are coming down.
So this is what happened, guys. And if you follow us on our page at Nnfa Podcast, or even on Derek's profile at The Great Boy, there's a pretty iconic picture of the two of us in front of the Eiffel Tower, which is a fucking dope picture.
Shout out to T for getting the shot that I need, because
Right.
I flew to Paris for that.
That's
I wanted
the funny thing. Derek said this the entire trip.
I said,
I just gotta get the friend. I gotta get this Eiffel Tower shot, and that's it. That was my whole reason for coming. It was just the hot chick syndrome. This motherfucker.
Yeah, I got my pick. And then I saw this nigga started to explore. I was like, what the fuck Dave doing? And plus, I had to go because I saw them going. I was like, all right, let me see what's happening. Then he hopped in the line, and then you got it from here.
Right. So basically, I don't know. Like, I like perspective.
Okay.
I do observations everywhere. It's funny. A year to date from my helicopter ride around.
There you go.
New York City. We actually saw that when I looked at my camera roll. Like, oh shit! An actual year ago, I did a helicopter ride around the city. But in any city that I go to where they have any kind of observation deck, like I've done the Edge here in New York.
Okay. I've been to the Edge.
Right. You know, any kind of tower that just gets you up and gives you a perspective over the city, why not? Why not take it? You know what I mean? So when I saw the Eiffel Tower thing there, and it was just like, yeah, man, I want to go up. I want to check it out. We had been, T and I went running that morning. Then we showered up, came back, got you, did a little bit of walking around, checked out Notre Dame, checked out some of the city and all that shit. And we were wandering around along their river. Not as clear as Geneva. Clearly, Perry, not as rich as Geneva. That water
Geneva
brown than a
insane.
motherfucker in Paris. That water had a lot of pain and suffering in it.
Paris had the dirty water.
Right.
I noticed.
A lot of graffiti in Paris too, man, which was
graphic.
weird, man.
Trains, buildings, everything.
We get to the Eiffel Tower, we take the picture, and I go like, well, I'm going to get in this line. And I figured I got to get something started, and I tried to go online to see if they had tickets where I could bypass the line. They do a limited amount during the day, and then everybody
I saw
else
that
has to
line.
stand
I
by.
saw that fast pass line. That was another reason I got out
So
there.
I'm in line to get that, and I had to tell her, like, look, I already know where y'all stand on this kind of shit.
Okay.
If y'all don't want to fuck with it, y'all don't have to, but don't fuck with my confidence on what I'm about to do right
Don't
now.
yuck up my yum, you bastards. If you want to get out of line, this be the perfect time.
Right.
And I was like, I'll ride this out and see what's going on.
Right.
Nope.
So, and you left at the perfect time because we was in line with French people who just don't know shit about personal space, bruh. Like, I don't understand. If we gonna be in line for 3 hours, why does your face need to be right here? Right here.
Yikes.
Like, that's not gonna get you to the top any faster. No. I had to spaz on these people.
There you go.
In line.
Whoa, yeah.
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that.
Nobody wants to spaz out.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And
at least I don't think anybody in my camp wants to actually spaz out on a person.
Right. And the crazy thing is, when you say something to them, they go, "Oh, it is fine now." No, it's not fine. Back up. Stop touching me. Stop it. Like,
It is fine. No, you still on my neck.
right. So you got to go take multiple elevators to the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
And you get on one thing, almost like a lift. They have one of these things in Pittsburgh. It's called the lift. It just takes you up the side of a mountain.
Okay.
They have one of those things that takes you up the leg of it. Now, here's the thing. They got elevators in all 4 things.
Okay.
For some reason, only one running today. Only one running.
That's gotta suck.
And that takes you to the main first floor, like the second level.
Okay.
Where they got like a little gift shop, and they got some snacks, and they have rooms for parties and shit like that. Which
Okay.
That was wild.
That's cool.
And then you got to get on another elevator that takes you
All the way to the top.
way up to, and that was like, oh, we up here, bro. We up here. And you could see Paris is like LA.
Okay.
It sprawls out. It is
Okay.
huge.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I got to see that. You know what I mean? Now, the weird thing is, getting back down,
Okay.
they don't seem to be as accommodating, letting you out the motherfucker as they was getting
so they
in.
only care about the up. They don't care about the out.
Right.
Okay.
So I got a whole show to do. I was supposed to be at the show at 7:30. We are fighting with people trying to find a way down. Motherfucker actually told me, you could take the stairs if you want. I'm like, nigga, I didn't know. I
On
paid.
the top of the Eiffel.
I'm not walking down no fucking steps after I done paid.
Flights of steps,
yeah.
man.
And
The
y'all
amount of time we wasted looking on how to get down, we should have just taken the fucking steps.
No, I wasn't taking no goddamn steps because I knew I was going to regret it.
All right.
a few
Somebody standing on
staircases in.
business.
Right, man.
Somebody out here standing on business. Okay.
So, yeah, you get down to the bottom, the fucking Ubers, the surgeon, and crazy, all that. So, I highly recommend anyone, if you go to France and you're going to see the Eiffel Tower, plan that shit out in advance.
Plan it out.
Get yourself a ticket a day in advance, whatever you got to do. Don't just roll up there and go like, yo, we standing in line. It's not a smart, it's not a smart way to do things at all.
Yeah, man. I had a pleasant taxi cab back to, I think I went back to the hotel. Yeah, I went back to the hotel. Got a nap. Watched a lot of TV with just French playing. No subtitles. I was just like, this shit.
I think that helped me, man. This episode of No Need for Apologies was performed in front of a studio full of people that were half listening while they were working on something else.